As my sophomore year came to a close in the first round, I vividly remember that game. We played a much bigger high school with thousands of kids and versus our tiny school with barely 100 kids. The chances were low, but we got to the game, we competed, we fought, and it was a close game. We ended up losing that game by 15 or so, but I remember having one of the best games that season. Shot a couple threes, finished with maybe 15 points, but I remember specifically after this game, even though it was one of my best games, the season did not reflect greatness, and I knew I had to make a change. I didn't work out outside of practices and open gyms. I wasn't working on skills. I was just showing up to open gyms and in hopes to score and in hopes to develop that way. But just like any craft, anything you want to master, you've got to put in the hours. No matter what you do, the more hours, the better you will become. So this is why we work and we train to improve, to be better for this next season. I remember after this playoff game, I told one of my senior teammates who's now graduated that I was going to have a clip. I was going to be able to shoot the ball consistently. I was going to be a three-point shooter. I told him this to his face. He laughed in my face because I shot a high 24% from the three that season. My role was to be a slasher. My role was to get stops, to be a force on the defensive end, and to bring energy. That was my role. I scored points. I think I was third highest scorer on the team, but that wasn't my role. People looked to me and relied on me to bring energy, to get stops, to get on the ground, and to get dirty. But I specifically told him I'm going to be a shooter next year. I didn't know how I was going to be a shooter, but I was going to be a shooter. Offseason comes around, I get into the gym. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I walk in with my basketball, no form shots, no catch and shoots, mid-range, catch and shoot threes, nothing. No warm-up at all. Got straight into my three-point shots because that's what I'm going to be great at, three-point shooting next year. You know how you throw it to yourself, shoot around. I made maybe 5 makes per spot. Then worked on some finishing, some miking drills, some ball handling. That was my workout. I literally used my basketball workout as a warm-up to my lift. I knew a lot about how to gain muscle, hypertrophy, all that, and I still do. That was my priority. Prioritizing different things that I now know it would not have worked. And it doesn't work until I came across a video. And this video completely changed the trajectory of my high school basketball career. So bro, summer is around the corner. Off-season is in full swing. This is a time where we get in the gym, we write out training programs, we get to work, and we improve on the things that we need to improve on. We get all our failures out so this next season we can thrive and we can play at a high level. Before we get into the meat of this video, one of my favorite verses that comforts me is Proverbs 16:3. It says, "Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established." Commit it to the Lord, your plans will be established. Easy as that. Doesn't mean we can't work hard, but it gives us peace in the process. All right, so here we go. We now know that training without purpose is useless and will get you more minutes on the bench. So here is your off-season training program. Step 1. I need you to create a goal. What's your why? Why do you want to improve? You want to make varsity? You want to play at the college level? You want to be a better shooter? You want to have a tighter handle? What is your why? For the sake of this video, let's say you want to make varsity next year. You want to be on the varsity basketball team instead of JV. Solid goal. Step 1. Goal. What is your goal? Step 2. Now that you have a goal, I need you to come up with a list, 5 things that if you perfected, that there's no way coach would not put you on varsity. 5 most important skills. For the sake of this video, say you want to make varsity basketball. What are the 5 things that if you perfect, you will make varsity? Okay. let's say you want to be a consistent catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Catch and shoot threes. Cool. Say you want to score the basketball with a help side defender in the way. You want to be better off help side defense. Let's say you want to have a tighter, crisper handle. Let's say you want to be better off pick and roll decision making out of high pick and roll. Cool. And lastly, you want to be a better finisher around the rim. Step 3, I need you to come up with the 3 most important things that if you had, there's no way you don't make varsity. So let's say you want to be consistent, catch and shoot 3-point shooter. You want to tighten up your handle. And you want to be better off pick and roll decision making. Let's say these are the 3 most important things. These 2 right here, these become your warm-up. Let's say you have an hour to work out. These will be your warm-up, maybe 5 minutes each, 10-minute warm-up. Do these every single workout. These next 3, this is the meat of your workout. This is the bulk. You can decide to switch these things up or order them how you would like based off your priority out of these 3. But this is the meat of your workout. If you do this workout with, say, your warm-up here, another warm-up here, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here, and then you have another 50 minutes to do these 3 drills. This will be your off-season training program. Step 4. Reevaluate every month. Now you have your training program, and of course you're not going to be training this way for a year. You're going to reevaluate your training program every month. Switch it up. If other things become your priority, switch it up, put it in your workout, but implement that same structure I just showed you. So, off season's here. You've got a training program that will directly benefit your goals. Structure your workouts with purpose. Without purpose, you'll spend another year on the bench instead of getting actual minutes. I believe you, bro. Keep fighting. Stay strong and stay hydrated.
If you want specific drills for this training program, comment workout down below.